Welcome to Z Multimedia Online. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials on TikTok at Z Multimedia, LinkedIn at Z Multimedia, YouTube, ZTV, IDX, and Facebook at ZFMGH. Do enjoy this video.
I mean, everybody's graduating from the university with the same degrees, social sciences, and what have you. But very different outcomes. Some rise quickly, some end trust, and they are able to lead. Others remain stuck despite working just as hard. And so, what is the difference? Increasingly, the answer lies in soft skills, and we're going to break down what exactly that means shortly. But this morning, we're diving into that conversation, and our topic is how soft skills can make employees indispensable. My guests are already seated. I have in studio Lydia Quayson. She's a career coach, and Mary Akua Ahenmah Dadzie. She's an HR professional. These are the two individuals I'm sitting with this morning. Ladies, you're welcome to the Business Breakfast on Z.
Thank you.
All right, great. Lydia, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you
again.
too.
I think the last time we spoke, have we spoken this year?
Yeah, this year I think
In
January
yeah?
or February.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
And Mary, I think Mary, you haven't been to the studio before.
No.
We've been doing phone calls, Zoom calls. Okay, we're glad to have you today.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we're talking about soft skills, and let's start from here. And I'm going to start with you, Mary. So when we talk about soft skills, what are they? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Nee, thank you very much for the question, and a very good morning to our audience as well. So when we talk about soft skills are your learned abilities, the things that will help you to do your work. Because yes, you've gone to school, you have your degree, those are your hard skills, right? After that or beyond that, what are some of the things that you need to help you do your work? And those are the soft skills that we will talk about. Now, some of the soft skills can be communication.
Okay.
After your degree or beyond your degree, communication, how do you interact with people, right? And those are things that you need to learn.
Right.
You need to learn how to communicate with people. When we talk about emotional intelligence, sometimes those things are handled in the classroom. But beyond that, what are you learning for yourself to help you achieve your goals or to help you in your work? So those are some of the things that we classify as soft skills.
Right. Soft skills. So communication is one of them.
Yeah.
You mentioned another one.
Emotional
intelligence. These are two that you've mentioned. Okay, let me bring in Lydia as well. Lydia, so maybe if there's anything you want to add to that, and if you have some more examples of soft skills we can mention.
All right. Good morning to you all, our audience. Yes, so when we talk about soft skills, these are non-technical skills. Okay. What she classified as not hard. That's why it's classified soft. Yeah, but soft skills are your interpersonal skills, and they are behavioral competences.
Right.
So it can be your attitude. It can be how you interact with people.
Okay.
It can be how you solve problems. And these soft skills show how you do your work.
Okay.
It shows how you do your work. And so the technical skills is like what you have. So we may all have the same thing. But the soft skills is how individual A actually executes his or her work,
Okay.
whilst individual B does it the other way. And these soft skills are very important. Why? Because of the growing automations, because of remote work, because of the changing demands of clients, stakeholders, because of, individual, how we are, our personality trait. And so it is very important that we actually look at these soft skills, which are what? Very interpersonal and behavioral.
Right.
Yes. So in summary, I want to say that soft skills, they are something that you can learn, right? Okay. It's something that you can learn. But in this world and age, the technical skills is like the entry ticket to any job.
Right.
But the soft skills are what help you thrive and stay in the job.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So from what you're saying, I can see that the difference is that, two people can have the same degrees, but like
Perfect.
you said, how they approach the work that they do
Exactly.
is what sets them apart. And that's just what soft skills are.
Yeah.
Right. And you're saying this is something people can learn.
You can learn.
Mm.
The reason is because these are not personality traits. People are not born with soft skills. People may be good with certain things due to training, how
Right.
they were trained, their exposure and all that. So you can also learn. And that is why when you go to some industries, let's say in a service domain industry, they run annual or monthly customer service training
Right.
and all this just to help individuals adapt to the growing demands and the changing demands of clients,
Right.
customers, and their companies. Yes.
I see. Now, but for so long, I think the emphasis has been on the technical skills. If you're applying for a job today, I don't know whether, you are an HR, so maybe, I don't know whether on the interview panel you ask how people communicate or you observe that alone. But usually, what is your degree in? What's your background? That's a question they ask and all of that. Why do you think that we've paid so much attention to technical skills and we've not given a lot of attention to soft skills? Lydia.
Okay. Yes. So if I want to, stay put on this, COVID actually helped the system, the ecosystem. Why am I saying this? People want to trust you for what they entrust into your hands.
Right.
And so when I don't have to see you, it means that we have to work on trust. And these things are soft skills. Right. So, yes, for some years back, let's say 10 years ago, the technical skills were actually the ones that we usually talk about. But when you check job descriptions of late, you will see that we have academic qualifications and we have competences like other competencies,
right.
such as maybe effective communication, leadership, emotional intelligence, adaptability, problem solving, critical thinking, reasoning, because yes, we know that if you are going to use the technical skills alone for the recruitment and the shortlisting process, everybody qualifies because we all have the same. You can get individuals boot for boot having the same. But when you get in there, it is how you communicate, how you are able to reason, and how you are able to solve problems, how you are able to manage pressure. These are the things that we actually observe, and these are the things that are very essential, because no matter what, you are going to work with people. No matter what, we need you to be able to think on your feet, analyze situations, and execute your duty. And the certificates are good, but when you get there, it is what you can do with what you have acquired, which is technical, that matters. So yes, it is something that it is changing. We see that most of the time, but we observe and also we ask questions, and the way you are able to answer. So during interviews, we ask you certain questions, maybe situational, we call them situational questions, right, where we put you to a situation and we want to know how you think, how you are able to answer these questions. Yes.
Yeah. Right. And I see you nodding. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, just like Lydia was saying. So over the years, the technical skills is what people pay attention to. Now, currently, what we do is the competencies that she mentioned. It is not only your technical, because now the competencies are three. Your technical competencies, your personality, and then your managerial. So if we are just going to base on your certificate or your technical competencies, it means that there is a gap. Now, if you as the employee, if you want to, or, as a job seeker, if you want to be chosen or preferred above all the other candidates, the soft skills is where you'd, be chosen. Because without that, you cannot do your work.
Right.
So normally, the soft skills, so there's, I don't want to go into very deep, but there will be a sheet where if you have the technical, is marked. If you don't have the soft skills, it's, so you lose that mark for it. So at the end of the day, if you are conducting interviews, you are losing a mark. If it's 10 marks, 15 marks, but when somebody has that, the person's mark is going to be higher than yours.
Right.
And then it means that, of course, you are failing for the interview and that person is going to be chosen over you. So without the soft skills, you cannot, do your work. Yeah.
Right.
It works hand in hand.
You get the opportunity. Well, so that is before you are entering the job. Now, when you are in the job, because that's the focus of our conversation this morning, how you can be indispensable. Why do we see people with similar degrees, but one person is rising faster in the job than another person?
Right. So it is normally because of the soft skills. Now, let's assume myself and Lydia are in the same organization. And you are our boss, right? It's the scenario that I'm giving.
Okay.
So you are our boss. You give us a particular task. And sometimes leaders or managers, they observe. So you give us work, you observe how I do it, how I'm interacting with people, how I'm delivering the work. All of these things adds up to if I would move higher. For example, if there is a managerial role and myself and Lydia, maybe one person manages people, has effective communication, speak to people well and all of that. If there is a managerial opportunity, of course, it's the one that is managing people well, relating with people well in the organization, can really interact with people. That is the person we would give the managerial role to, because at the end of the day, you are going to deal with humans, you're going to deal with your colleagues, you're going to deal with, so it's up and down, bottom.
Right.
So you're going to deal with people, and you cannot say that you want to attain a managerial role without having those things. Of course, we will choose the one who we have observed, over time that can do it than, somebody that cannot. So that is why somebody may rise. So if you want to rise in an organization, these are some of the things that you need to do, especially emotional intelligence. I mean, in the organization, we are diverse people. We are all different. There are some things that I would say to Lydia that, for me, maybe where I come from, it's something normal, right? But when you come to the organization, I may say that to Lydia and she will get offended. And she has to, because you cannot think that what is done there is, what you should be done in the organization. You should be culturally fit. So what in the organization, what is the culture, right? So if you are dealing with people, you need to be sure that these things come into play. Okay, so yeah.
Lydia, you have anything to add to that, or we can move on?
From where she ended about cultural fit, when we are recruiting, we don't just look at what you have on paper. We are also looking at who fits in here. And fits in here is soft skills usually.
But how do you tell who is able to fit in?
Yes, so when you are, sometimes we are able to observe certain traits. Maybe the way you are communicating, the way your posture and all that.
Right.
So we put you, that's why we have this kind of probational duration.
To observe you.
We want to, you observe us. We are also observing. It's a dual affair.
Right.
Yeah, so we put you on a probational period. And during this, we do this analysis. But yes, cultural fit is very important, because why will Mary rise and Lydia will not be rising? Let's say we are two engineers on the field, right? We have the same, clock it. Everything is the same in terms of qualifications, certifications, exposure, and all that. But we had a system downtown, and then you are complaining. Your supervisor walks in and says, the system is, you have to, but the other candidate, the same situation, but has resolved it using another methodology, where the person is actually building something on Excel to ensure that work is still ongoing whilst they resolve this situation. If you are in charge, how will you, the two candidates, you actually prefer this, you see something in this individual that, well, there are issues and things are not working. Like today you come, maybe the system, there's something not working here. But instead of complaining and saying that fix it and let me work, you diverse other means. Maybe you can use your phone, still do the interview, and the work is still going on. That is impressive. And these are the traits that actually push individuals ahead of others.
Wow.
So let's say someone who doesn't respond to feedback. So we are two in the organization. If we employed Mary, Lydia, we are working. Anytime you have to give feedback, Mary is receptive. Lydia is always seeing it as an attack.
Okay.
On why will you attack me, but not the import of what you are saying. At the end of the day, she picks it, she improves upon it, she's going faster. You are there thinking that somebody don't like you when you are not reasoning through the usual situation. When you are like that, how then do you lead people? How then do you carry the message forward? How do we entrust you with certain things? So these are some of the conditions, and these are inhibits in your interpersonal skills and your behavioral competences, which we are discussing as soft skills. So these are some of the things that actually push others ahead of. For me, I am an example. In my career, in a year, I can get 2 promotions.
Wow.
Not because of anything, because I feel like we are here to work and not to complain. You are here to be a solution and not to complain. Yes, today I may go to the office and the network is not working, but there are people queuing and waiting for me. Clients are waiting. Do I tell them that I cannot help you because our network is not working? Can you say no? So mostly I will actually use my data, go online, try and log in the company system and be attending to clients. Whilst other people, they are waiting for the. So I mean, when they need someone they can rely on, they can trust, they can entrust certain things to, won't they
They'll
call?
come to you.
Any reasonable, leader or CEO will actually prefer A over the B.
Right.
Yes, and we are not hiring you and paying you to come and be complaining and always complaining. Fix the situation.
Fix the
it.
country.
Oh my God.
Anyway. Okay, what?
We also have to look beyond the organization or the workplace, right? Because some of these things, like she was explaining, if you're a manager or a leader and an employee like that, he's always complaining, who doesn't try to find other solutions to solve a particular problem. Assuming you leave the organization, tomorrow you may need a recommendation. And I don't think a leader would be willing to put the head on the line for you.
Right.
So some of these things, we have to look beyond the organization, because at the end of the day, it's you cannot be at one place for a very long time, right? We are humans. We want change, we want to grow and all of that.
Okay.
If you are moving out of your organization, can you really come back? Can you call on your manager, your colleagues and all of that? So let's also look at it, beyond the workplace.
All right. Lydia, you want to say something? Okay.
Let me just add something. If you have observed critically, you realize that some people are very good, like technically, very good, very, very good, but they don't get leadership position and all that. Why?
True.
The question is why. The reason is that those who are really technical good, they are not open to, let's say, other things. Let's say everything is about, this is me, this is what we have on paper, let's go by it. They say but they don't want to do anything extra, like let's change the narrative and see how it will go. They are not responsive, they are not receptive.
Right.
And these people, they can be good when it comes to technical skills, but
right.
when it comes to the soft skills like communication, leadership, receptive, openness and all that, they are not. So you see them already there, but other people are promoted and they are leading over these people.
And they now begin to hate on the people.
So they'll be like, I was here before you. What do you know? Do you know the skills? Do you know the certificates I have acquired? And where have you been? But we will give you the same people to manage. And you can't manage them because they are not robots. They are individuals. They have emotions. They have emotions,
right.
And you must be able to do that. So yes, be technically good, but make sure you work on your soft skills.
Okay.
Important.
Be technically good, but make sure you work on your soft skills. All right. Let me announce the phone lines in case anybody is listening to us and they want to join the conversation. It was exactly 29 minutes after 9, and this is a business breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Trebi Hammond. And this morning we're talking about how soft skills makes employees indispensable. So if you're an employee and you're listening to us this morning, we're sharing some nuggets on how you can be able to climb the ladder in your corporate space by using or leveraging your soft skills. You're free to join the conversation. Send me a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019, and then I'll read your messages for you. Also, you can call me on 03039566641, 03039566641, and then I give you the opportunity to ask your questions or make your comments this morning. We're streaming live also on Facebook at ZFMGH and on YouTube at Z Multimedia. Please drop a comment and I'll read them for you as well. My guest this morning, Lydia Quayson, is a career coach, and Mary Dadzie is an HR professional, and these are the two individuals helping us make sense of this particular conversation this morning. All right, let me come back to you. I'm going to come one after the other so that you share. So what are the top 3 skills every employee must, soft skills specifically, every employee must have in today's workspace? Let me start with you, Mary.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ni. For me, the top 3 are communication, because yes, like I was saying, you are going to work with people. You need to learn how to communicate with them, and even listening. You need to be able to listen well. There's a difference between hearing and listening. And in the organization, you need that. The second one for me is emotional intelligence.
Okay.
You need to be, so emotional intelligence, we have 5 different things that you need to have.
Right.
You need to be self-aware.
Okay.
Do you know your strength? Do you know your weakness? Some people don't even know, they don't understand their emotions, right? Without even understanding your own emotions, how can you manage it, and how can you understand the other party's emotion, right? You need to self-regulate yours as well, okay? And we have motivation, we have social skills. All of these things come together to be emotional intelligence as a skill.
Right.
So the second one is emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Now the third one is teamwork.
Okay.
So in the organization, you can't work alone. So we have something that we call team building, So you need to be able to work with people as a team. When we walked into the studio this morning, we met somebody down there at the reception. She welcomed us, gave us a seat.
Right.
I don't think Ni can do that alone, right? Ni can't do that alone. So Ni will be working with people. Solomon is here. There are a whole lot of people, even behind the scene.
Yeah.
So you are going to work with people. So in the organization, for me, these 3 things are very important.
So communication.
Yeah, communication, emotional intelligence, and
teamwork. All right. Okay. Let me hear your 3 too, Lydia. We'll try to break some of these things down. I'll ask further questions so that we can. Yeah, but Lydia, let me hear your top 3.
Let me just start with problem solving. Okay. Yes, so problem solving is broad, but it actually tells how you are a critical individual and how you can actually think on your feet.
Okay.
So one thing that I want to, hammer on is how you are able to provide solution without not being asked. So go beyond this is my work. Now, what I can do beyond this is my work.
Okay.
As if you want to be seen, if you want to be entrusted with certain leadership roles, and if you want to thrive, go beyond this is my job description to what you can do aside the job description.
Right.
So be a problem solver, because most recruiters, most managers, and most people who have thrived are people who are able to identify certain problems when the CEO didn't even know and actually solve it. So problem solving is something that every individual must try and build upon in your work. When there are issues, you are not supposed to be complaining all the time. You should fix it. You should be a problem solver. And then later you figure certain things out. Okay. These are some of the things that we need to look at. And I'll talk about initiative, taking initiative. Okay. And taking initiative is very important because it actually pushes you to leadership. So be creative take initiative. When we are having the meeting, don't be sitting down, even if you don't have anything to say, just re-echo somebody's point and say, as Mary was saying, I think I agree, ABC, you know. And then, I mean, when you have an idea, share. Oh, you can put it in down, like you can write it in a proposal form.
Right.
Because people say that I share my ideas and somebody takes it on that. You can draft, for me, in a week, I can draft like 5 proposals. When it comes, I just draft it and then I push it. By the time I realize 2 or 3 in a year has been implemented.
Wow.
So when you have the idea, this is your work. You have seen other people's work. We are in a competitive industry. And you know that this is what I can do to better, yes, put it into proposal, justify this proposal and push it. Let's start from somewhere. So take that initiative. And then for me, let me also add the communication as an amateur.
Okay.
I am somebody that's always hammer on communication. Okay? Because, if you don't say what you are thinking, how will people know what is in you? So it is not just about communication, because people are tired of even hearing the word communication. It's about how clearly you communicate and how you mean.
Right.
Let me just give you a scenario. We are in a remote environment, right? I don't see you. It's not like an office you have to send a mail and walk in and come and sit by your friend and say, oh, this is what the message I sent. No. So every message, every instruction you give in a diverse global environment must mean what it's supposed to mean for people to take that message and execute what you want to. So if you are not able to clearly communicate, at the end of the day, resources are wasted, people's time are wasted, and the main reason why you are supposed to do this will not be achieved. Last week, I was consulting for a business, and there was a clear instruction. There's a client coming at this time, do this. Now, the project manager who was supposed to facilitate that kind of business was not able to effectively communicate. These clients have paid, taking the products and going outside the country. But the client got there and they are not done, even the way they did they rendered the services was not how the instruction was given. She took her money, left, damaged reputation.
Wow.
I have to come in and sack some people as a consultant, and analyze the situation, and then know who didn't do well, what is it, and it all boils down to what? Communication. Reputation damaged. Resources, money, the person paid, we have to refund with an apology. At the end of the day, you treat a single person bad, and it's over 1,000 gone. It's over 1,000 gone. So communication is okay, but clarity in communication is very important. So not just communication, because everybody can talk, but be clear with what you are saying, and let the recipient know clearly what you are saying, and let what you are saying actually be done as we want to see it. Okay. So because of this gap of virtual realities, people must actually build on their clarity in communication, because you will not see the person to now come and say, explain. This is what I meant. So we need that. So problem solving initiative and then clarity in communication.
So even written, in breaking down communication, we're talking about written communication, your verbal communication.
And your non-verbal cues. Yes, all these things. Wow. Because you say, I'm fine, as I always say, I'm fine, and then your facial expression is not fine. You think that you are talking to someone, you are shouting. You are shouting, and you feel it's normal, or you use non-verbal, like written. You are writing and you are using exclamation mark and in bold, or like it communicates insult. It communicates shouting loud, but people don't know this. You write an email and I see your email. You've all in bold, capitalized. What do you mean?
You're shouting.
I'll not even read it.
Forgive me, but okay. All right, that's right. That's right. Very interesting things. I have some messages here. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence a bit, and also teamwork. I think I'll also pick your thoughts on teamwork, and then we'll touch on some of the things that you've mentioned. But a few messages here. This one is from Nash from Minote. I'm sure she knows it too. She says, "My two favorite people." Yes, Nashomi says that. Also, Agnes C says that I'm waiting for you, Mrs. Lydia Quayson. Yes, Agnes C says that.
I
She
see you.
She also says that my soft skills shows how I do my work. Wow. I think one of the points we made here earlier. Now, Nashomi sends another message. Wow, they are really engaging the comment section. I like that. Says that, wow, first time hearing Mary's voice. Nice. Interesting conversation.
Chop, chop.
And this one is from Agnes also says, I see you, Mary. Now, Abla Mawina Blessing says that personality traits and soft skills, how does that help you thrive in your job and career? Personality traits and soft skills, how does that help you thrive in your career? I think we'll take note of that and then we'll speak to that shortly. Now, also Theophilus King says very educative, and Agnes C comes again and says, speaking of emotional intelligence being a soft skill, how do recruiters or organizations during interview phase access the level of emotional intelligence a candidate actually has? Wow. I think that's a very good question. Very, very good. Like I said, we're coming to emotional intelligence, so we'll touch on that. And then Nashomi comes in again to say, learning a lot on soft skills will improve on it more. Thank you very much. Please keep your messages coming. You can also drop a comment under our live stream. We're on Facebook at ZFMGH and on YouTube at Z Multimedia. Please drop a comment there. We'll read them for you. You can also call me or text me on 0544 32 1019 0544 32 1019. All right, so let's move to emotional intelligence, and we'll start by responding to the question from Agnes. Yes, she's asking. She says that speaking of emotional intelligence as a soft skill, how do recruiters or organizations during interview phase assess the level of how emotionally intelligent a candidate is? Yes, so HR. Very.
Okay, so with a question, during the recruitment and selection phase, what we do is that we as recruiters or hiring managers, what we can do is to pick a candidate that we think, and once again, I'm going to use the cultural fit, right? So with the line of questions, with our observations and everything, how you are going about answering the questions, that is what will tell a recruiter or a hiring manager that this particular candidate is the best fit. Now, how do that recruiter, observe that? For example, there was a time that we were organizing interviews, and then so it was just one role, but we had a number of people that were good, good. Now it was left for the panel members to choose one person for that role. What they did was just a simple question. So they asked them, of course, individually, they asked them, if assuming you are not chosen for this particular role and is given to, so I'm going to use myself and Lydia as an example. So Mary, assuming you don't get this particular role and is given to Lydia, what will be your reaction? And Mary goes like, I'll be very disappointed because I know I'm capable of doing it, So it took the panel members back, and how she went about it, I mean, it's like, I need to get it, But Lydia comes in and Lydia goes like, yes, I'll be disappointed, but I'm going to support Mary to execute all that she has to do.
Right.
And of course, it was given to Lydia, because why shouldn't we give it to Lydia? At that point in time, the hiring manager or the recruiter has been able to see or, to perceive that Lydia would be able to do it better than giving it to Mary just by the response, right? So at the recruitment and selection phase, the recruiters and the hiring managers will be able to tell who is emotionally intelligent by your response, by how you go about things. Like I was saying, emotional intelligence is about you. Self-awareness. Do you even know your strength? Do you know your weaknesses? Are you able to self-regulate? In this instance, the candidates can't even regulate their emotions. At that point, you are disappointed, so you are just saying things,
the
right?
thing hasn't happened, but
You
your
know,
answer
and
shows
the
that you're already.
emotions.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that you need to.
One thing I see is that sometimes the recruiters actually push you to the wall. They try
Yes.
to. Is that
It's
one
all
way?
parts. Like I won't say it's a strategy, but for lack of better words, let me say it's a strategy, right? Because at the end of the day, we need to provide the best fit, and the people are a lot, so we need to choose. So we need to push you to be able to know that, because I always say that if we are recruiting people or during recruitment and selection, the panel members or the hiring managers may, all they are doing is to observe and choose one person. Now, there can also be a case where you bring somebody in the organization, you select this person, that this particular candidate A is the right person, but the person comes into the organization and you feel like, did you even make the right decision? Right?
Yeah.
So as a recruiter, you can't always be right.
Okay.
So we are just per the results and everything, our observations and all of that. So we are perceiving that this person is the right candidate. However, the candidate may come in and you're even questioning your decisions, right? So, I mean, these are some of the things that we do to be able to tell during the recruitment and, selection phase.
I see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Lydia, you do want to say anything?
Let me
because
just
of our
add
time.
one
you want
thing.
to add something?
I just want to say that, yes, our judgments are not always right. And secondly, it is done through demonstration. For us to judge emotional intelligence, we do it through demonstration during the interview. And demonstration means that we can actually have 3 people asking you the same question, and we want to know how you react. There was a scenario where a gentleman was asked the question, and she was like, wait, but I'm not done with the first one. And it was a leadership position, because it's like, why are you, it's like you're attacking me. So everything flared up. Indirectly, he wasn't happy with the fact that this person is coming.
He's not done and another person is asking another question.
Yes. But we just want to see how, one, you manage pressure, 2, how you are able to manage your emotions at that point. And he was technically 100%. He was good. But because of some of the demonstration and his responses, we didn't actually employ him.
I see. Our time is almost up, but emotional intelligence is very important. And in today's world, it's something that a lot of people, need to pay attention to. Let's look at how does it play out. Now what we spoke about is more of the recruitment level. And I hope that Abna or Na has gotten an answer. But let's talk about when you are in the office. Now you are in the workspace. You want to be promoted. How does emotional intelligence show up in how you relate with people in the organization?
Right.
Okay.
Lydia.
Yeah. So, in an office environment or in a workplace environment, a lot of people come to you, right? People interact with you. One thing is that when you are not able to tell your emotions, for me, I know if I'm not okay, I know what to do to be okay before I open my door to start receiving clients. And if you are a leader, you should know when you are not in your right emotions, so that you don't shout and scream on people when you are not supposed to do. See, it is not just about giving people the position. It is about leaders who are emotionally intelligent. Very important. I have seen a lot of leaders. I believe that they have to go back and learn about emotional intelligence. Because if you know that I'm not in my right frame of mind, the pressure is too much, you just have to just say a word. Can we talk about this later? Right. Calm down, and then you can. You don't come in, you shout on people, scream on people, and you think it's normal. It is not normal. And the same with the employee. You have to be able to manage your emotions and also manage the emotions of others. So someone may come to you and say, A, B, C, D, E, give you an information. But the way you respond, the way you accept the information, in terms of feedback, in terms of giving you some details, these are all parts of how you are emotionally intelligent. So don't transfer your anger on people. Know how you can manage your own anger, your own stress, your own emotions, your own triggers before you actually push it on. And even if the person is the one who have caused that, you should find a way, maybe manage it so that when you are about to speak, it doesn't, looks like an attack, or it's like you are still not in your right mind. People say a lot, and when everything is calm, they don't even remember
the things that
what they said. But words are powerful. Words are life. The way you treat people, will never be forgotten.
Okay.
The people, they may stay with you, but they will never forget it. So emotional is a core. It's really important.
Right.
It's really important.
Very important. I like the example that you gave. I don't want us to spend too much time on emotion because there are other things that you spoke about.
Yeah.
And so, but I like how you explain the emotional intelligence, because sometimes, in an typical office space, you see somebody walking, they frown their face from the house, maybe somebody or some mate or somebody, and they just come and sit down. You can't ask them any question. Nobody is able to approach them. No greeting, and sometimes even greet, nobody responds and all of that. But I think these are things that we have to learn. Now, a big question on my mind is how people can develop these things. But before we come to that, you spoke about taking initiative. How can somebody take initiative without breaking organizational rules or structures and all of that? And because I know it's one of the important things.
Yeah.
People say take initiative. It's very important. But there are organizations that they say don't do anything. Do exactly what you've been asked to. How do you navigate that? Let me come to Mary.
Okay.
Yes, she's been quiet for a long time.
Yeah. So if you're in an organization and you need to, it's like a need, you really need to take an initiative. Now, how do you go about it? Like Lydia was saying, so yes, there are some tasks that you need to do, right? But if you are in a place where they are telling you to do A, B, C, D, and after that, do not do E and F. What you can do is to look for a particular problem in the organization to solve it.
Okay.
If you are able to find a challenge or a problem in the organization, you can put it on paper.
Right.
Sometimes you can find a problem you discuss with your boss and it ends there, right? It will not even escalate anywhere. It would end there. But you need to put it on paper and get management buy-in to execute it. That is the way that we will say you are taking an initiative. And it is not just about that. It can even be with your colleagues and all of that. There's something, and in fact, taking an initiative would always put you on a particular level because as managers, as leaders and all of that, you would stand out. Like they would be able to know that this particular person, just give her the work. I know she will deliver. Right? Because of, other things that you've been able to do. So those are some of the things that you can take it or handle it from that side.
Right. Leah, you want to add something to that? Maybe yes. Then we can wrap up.
Buy-in is very important in a organization that is rigid. When I talk about buy-in, management buy-in, colleagues buy-in and all that, for me, if I am in a rigid organization, this is how I do my thing. I run it first with the people around me. I run the idea with the people around me. If I see that then I run it with maybe 4 or 5 people. I want everybody to see what I'm seeing. And then I'll raise either a presentation or book a meeting. So you don't just go, I have an idea, I feel this is how we should do it. No, please. It is not your organization.
Right.
Okay. Yes, we have a way. That's why we have hierarchical order. We have systems. So if you see this, what you have to do is that after you buy in from your colleagues and other people, you just book a meeting with your supervisor. You say, this is what, or you can even put it into writing and say, I know you are busy, but can you take a look at this? I've also shared it to you via mail.
Right.
Where you relax. After a week or two, you follow up and discuss the import of what you are saying.
Yeah.
See, sometimes it takes time, but as you do it, because it becomes evident, you've already run it with people, so everybody is seeing what you are saying. So it makes it easier.
Okay.
It makes it easier, and you should know that you are not an island.
Right.
So don't ever think that I'm the one who has all the ideas. If you do that, you are with people. They will sideline you, or you will not get to where you want to get to. But if you actually understand that, let me run with people. That is how I work, and it works perfectly for me. Before I realize, I've mount 10 people to the office to have a discussion with you, and everybody is saying yes, 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 and you have no excuse than to say what? Yes. So it's a strategy, and it must be learned, especially with individuals who feel they are in organizations that are rigid, that people don't. It is not so. It is about the approach, and how you do it. Yeah.
Okay, so our time is up and we have to go. But in, say, 1 or 2 minutes, yes, let me look at the time. Yes, so in 30 seconds each or 1 minute each, Lydia, I want you to speak to leaders, in organizations. I know that HR, when it comes to learning soft skills, HR sometimes can organize some trainings and all of that. Yes. So I want you to speak to them. And then as an employee, if you are advising an employee, Mary, what would you say and how they can be able to learn these skills? Yes. So let's do Mary and then we wrap up with Lydia.
Okay, so 30 seconds, right? So
don't worry, don't flow. Yes. flow. In 1 minute, feel free.
Okay. So as an employee, or to anybody that is listening to us this morning, what I believe in is everything can be learned, but it is dependent on you and the individual.
Right.
If you are willing to learn. So this morning, what we are telling our listeners today is these skills can be learned, but make yourself available. Make yourself willing to learn.
Right.
And there are so many ways in which you can learn it. Aside you going, having some online courses and all of that, even that, you can learn it, but if you don't put it into practice, it will end there.
Right.
You have the knowledge, but have you been able to implement it? Because implementation is where the learning actually occurs. And as, grown-ups and adult learning is not like, kids and all of that. We learn very differently. And we learn when we are able to do it with our colleagues and all of that. Yeah, so that's what we call observational learning. I don't want to go much into those. Yeah, but like I was saying, exactly. And then after you have even learned it through the courses and all of that, make sure you are implementing it. And if, like Lydia was saying, if you know your triggers, it will really help you to manage your emotions and manage that of others. Because without it, well, we are failing.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Mary. Lydia, let me hear from you finally.
All right. So CEOs, leaders, employers,
HR.
And HRs. I'm also an HR, so HRs.
Right.
HRs. One thing we all have to know is that when employees come in, they come in with their technical skills.
Yeah.
They come in with their certificates. But you are responsible for how they go out with a soft skill. That is why we say we hire talent, but we train for attitude. So if somebody is technically good, we have to make sure that we put that person on this kind of soft skill training, and this can be learned. So maybe Ni is very good, but Ni has a challenge with communication. Put the Ni on a communication course, this course. Let Ni study from others. I have someone who is linked with another leader or another colleague. The colleague is good with communication, so this individual is observing this colleague on how he's able to solve certain situations, so that it helps that individual because he's technically good. So we should all know that we come in with our technical competences, but you not get all individuals with soft skills that you want. But we should be willing to support them.
Right.
We should be willing to give them time to improve upon themselves, so that the workplace become a better place for you and for them. Yes, my message.
All right. Thank you very much, Lydia, and thanks so much, Mary, for your insights, and thanks so much for coming. Really grateful. I think we've learned a lot. It's been a very good conversation.
Thank you.
Yes, and I wish you the best. All right, so that's how we wrap up today on the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Ni Trebi Hammond. This morning, my guests were Lydia Quayson. Lydia is a career coach, and Mary Dadzie. Mary is an HR professional. And these are the two individuals who joined me this morning. We've been talking about soft skills. And we've said a lot of things. I don't even know how to summarize it, but these are things that are very important, and we must be able to get them. And so if you're listening to us, you can visit our social media platform. The video is going to be there. Facebook, we are at ZFMGH, and on YouTube at Z Multimedia. You can visit those platforms and get to play back this particular video because it's very, very important. All right. So, yes, like I said, that's how we wrap up. We're back again tomorrow for some more interesting conversations. Until then, please keep listening to Z101.9 FM. And this has been Business Breakfast on Z with myself, Nee Trebi Hammond. I'll see you tomorrow. When you think Ghana, please think Z. And up next is The Brighter Side.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And also do follow us on all our socials. On TikTok at Z Multimedia, LinkedIn at Z Multimedia, YouTube at ZTV, IGX, and Facebook at ZFMGH.